Welcome to the One Decision Away podcast. I'm your host, Kellyanne Gorman, an entrepreneur, author, content creator, and founder of Kellyanne Cares. This is your space for mindset shifts, personal growth, wellness over 40, productivity, my favorite, and creating a life that feels aligned and intentional. Here we talk about real experiences, reinvention, new chapters, and what it actually takes to rebuild, refocus, and move forward with clarity. Every day you have the opportunity to make a new choice, and that one choice can change everything. Because you're one decision away from a completely different life. Let's get started. Okay, so I want to start off today's episode by saying this one was not planned. And once again, I'm in my nomadic studio, aka a vehicle, and I am sweating because Vegas is so hot. But I am currently looking for a new home, whether it's staying in Vegas until the end of the year. Shout out to Vora. I'm patiently waiting for an email back. Manifesting that so hard. And then Park City and Santa Barbara. So if you have any other cities you suggest where a single female 48 reinventing herself needs to go live and check out a whole community, let me know. But I did something crazy this morning and something crazy happened to me. And I want to really share because it's so important and I feel so different. I couldn't record it earlier because I was literally on the verge of vertigo, and I'll tell you why. So it has to do with our nervous systems. So this morning I took my friend's car. I went to get an oil change for her because I was promised a free one from a company that I had gone to on Saturday, and I waited so long and I went to 3 different locations and it was like a whole thing. So I go back and it was kind of far. So I went back there because they're like, we'll hook you up Monday. Like, it's fine. And I just needed a bagel this morning. So I looked the closest bagel near me. So I found this place called New York Bagel and Bakery, I think it is. I'll put it in the show notes, and I filmed some content there for them. And I get there and I started getting like heart palpitations. Well, first of all, I chose this place because I immediately looked at their bagels and they look like belly button bagels, which means there's no hole. So they're like fat and fluffy. That's the vibe. And I grew up in a family bagel shop, so I'm very particular when it comes to my bagels. I also need this place, if they're saying that they're from New York, to have black and white cookies, New York crumb cake, Bialys, egg bagels, and rainbow cookies. And I'm talking the tight, heavy, compact ones with the chocolate sprinkles around. That is a legit New York bagel and bakery. And let me tell you, it was a 10 out of 10. The service, I met the owner. I believe his name was Steve. I actually wanted to get a tour of the back so I could film some more content for him, but I'm definitely going to be back. I had an egg bagel, an onion bagel, and they gave me 2 rainbow cookies, and I've been in a carb coma ever since. And believe it or not, I'm actually not going to have a Fountain Diet Coke today because I am Diet Coked out. I never thought that day would come, but I've had so much Lavazza, espresso, and Diet Cokes the last 4 days while I was doing my Las Vegas staycation and honestly working my ass off. I've recorded so many podcasts. I've written so many Substacks. I filmed some stuff, but I have also been healing my nervous system and figuring out what's next. I've been pitching brands. I've been looking up cities like Park City and Santa Barbara. I think I've narrowed it down to that, staying in Vegas and possibly San Diego for the 3rd time. So anyway, I go to this bagel shop and I told the owner, I'm like, I looked up your images and I was like, okay, you guys are legit. So I came, I opened the car door, immediately the smell brings me back to childhood, like onion bagel seeds burning in the toaster. Like, that is when you know it's a legit bagel shop. Okay. So I went to the front. The workers there are so nice. Like, it's just hard to find, and they're older. It's probably why. No offense to a younger generation, but they don't even say hello when you walk in. It's insane. So everything was a 10 out of 10. Of course, I used the bathroom 100 times because, I always have to pee. The bagels were so good. So I need to go back and get my Bialy because they were sold out. And I was there at 10 o'clock, a little bit before, I think. Now, here I am sitting down and I'm just looking around. A lot of the things on the walls, it's a very New York vibe. They have these character looking like posters, which my family had. And I was like, oh my God, am I here to heal my inner child? Because I'm doing all this reinvention of my life right now. Fucking weird, right? So many synchronicities have been happening in my life lately. And so I was filming some content, filming the food. I sent my friends videos and photos. I was like, oh my God, like I want to live here. Like the smell, it just like brought me back. Now, side note, I no longer talk to any family member. So it's kind of traumatic when I eat bagels, but also it's like part of me, you know, like I just want a good bagel, but like, why do I have to think about them when I'm eating it kind of deal? So anyway, I'm sitting down and I start getting like panicky, like my anxiety, like I feel like I'm getting hives and I'm like, oh my God, am I like thinking so hard into this delicious bagel about like my family trauma? Like what the fuck? It's ruining my experience of my delicious bagel situation. So hold on. Now, normally I have my iced coffee. Sorry, but today I have my Trader Joe's tea. And as I mentioned, I'm in the car recording this for you. So there's that. So I'm having like hives, heart palpitations. I'm like, what is going on? And something told me to like turn around. So I turn around and what do I see? I see the place where I went for my IV steroids, where my skyrocket, because I, at that point in my life, almost 10 years ago, had, MS and NMO. So basically you can become blind and paralyzed at like at any given moment. So I look and I was like, oh my God, this is where I got my IV steroids. And then after my 5th treatment, it was actually like in the middle of it, my blood pressure skyrocketed to like almost 300. It was like 264 or something. And they threw me in an ambulance and rushed me to the emergency room, where I met the neurology team who actually misdiagnosed me, overdosed me with chemo and all the things, and I became an attorney during the pandemic and closed legal cases in record timing. That whole story is on the Kellyanne Cares podcast. My show I just ended after 9 years, so you can listen to that whenever you feel like it, but that's the backstory. So I used to get vertigo when we were anywhere near that hospital, and I'd be with my friend and we were going to like her son's baseball, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting vertigo. Where are we? And it was by this street where the hospital was, and it's trauma. Like your body always remembers trauma. And I have videos. I have photos and videos of this happening to my body when I went to go pay him a visit once before. And that was many years ago, and it's so traumatic. I'm trying to heal, but I was doing it at the wrong time. And now that I know, like, am I leaving Vegas? Am I staying? I'm reinventing my life. I'm doing all these things. Mercury is in retrograde. Like, all these synchronicities are happening. Like, is this here because I'm finally closing that chapter? And one of the reasons, if you listen to episode 1 of this podcast, you'll know why I ended the 9-year show. It's because there's just so much trauma attached to it. And I'm a new person. I don't want to constantly be talking about, like, how I was misdiagnosed. Like, it's just a part of my journey and my story. And it's crazy, right? But, like, I don't want to talk about that anymore. And I just needed to like end it. So I ended it. You can still go listen to all the episodes, but I wanted to start something new and fresh and like make more sense about my life now, how I'm reinventing my life. We're talking about business, mindset, wellness, all the things, right? So I was having a panic attack, it felt like, because I was literally right there where my body like almost exploded because I was so pumped up with IV steroids. And then that is where they put me in the ambulance and rushed me to the hospital around the corner. So of course I call my friend who has gone through other traumatic cancer experiences, and she just gets it, right? And I'm like, oh my God, you're never going to believe this. You're never going to like believe where I am right now. And I had to like pull over, and I took videos because I really want to post a reel about it. And I'm like, oh my God. And then if you've ever gotten vertigo, you have like a headache after, like you're like hungover. And I also get vertigo if I have too much caffeine. And I've been ODing on the caffeine. I do know that. But this vertigo was different. This is the trauma bound one. And I had no idea this bagel shop was right there. And I'm like, what the fuck? It was so crazy. So when you are trying to heal your inner child and you're trying to heal yourself from a traumatic experience, a lot of people always say that you should go back to revisit that area so that you can heal, and that also like you're not going to be able to heal if you're there. So for me, that's Vegas, and I feel like that's correct. But also, if you are going back to the place that caused the trauma, you need to rewire your brain. Like you're revisiting your pain to update your story, and that's what I just fucking did today. First time in 9 years. Why it took that long, I guess I wasn't ready. I don't know. But you need to make peace with your past. And I feel like I did that with the bagels with my family this morning. And then I feel like I did with that with my traumatic health story and my body and my nervous system with the medical aspect of it, literally across the street. And I was on the way back to my friend, and that just happened to be the closest place. And I'm not familiar with that area where I was. And I'm like, what the hell? So weird, right? So you need to make peace with your past. You do need to go back to where your trauma happened so that even if it's like a smell, like I said, like I got out of my friend's car, and as soon as I got out, I could smell the bagel seeds burning in the toaster oven. I'm like, this is the spot. And so I'll put their information. If you're ever in Vegas, you need to go. I believe it's called a New York Bagel N, the letter N Bakery. I'll put their Instagram in the show notes. But their service, and I also learned, because of course my next question was Boar's Head, because I'm a Boar's Head snob. And he's like, no, we don't have that. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, we have this other one. And I fucking forgot the name of it. But I want to go back and get a turkey sandwich. And do you want to know why he doesn't have Boar's Head? Because his rep, his distributor, was so rude. And it's all about relationships. And I was talking to him for literally like 20 minutes. And I was like, oh my God, in any business, especially like a small business, like everything is built on relationships. I don't care who you are, what you do. If you are not creating great relationships to build and nurture them, you're going to lose the deal. You're not going to have a good reputation, and it just doesn't work out. Boar's Head's the best of the best, I think. And because this guy's an ass, he doesn't have this client, but he also even said he didn't want them. And I'm like, what the hell? So the owner went with this other turkey bread, and I wish I think it was like begins with a TH. I got to investigate. I got to look at the menu because I'm very curious, because I've also been craving turkey sandwiches so bad, and I didn't have my Boar's Head maple turkey. I wanted the other day. I actually went to QT's, which I'll share a reel about later. This week, it's a gas station. It's one of my favorite gas stations. Okay. Whole story behind that. But if you love a good fountain Diet Coke or cold brew on tap or mozzarella sticks or egg rolls that have sweet and sour sauce that actually tastes like New York City duck sauce, like it's a vibe. And there's only one in Vegas, and it's like literally 40 minutes from where I live, but I had to go over there in that area anyway, so I made it a point to go. But I just wanted to share this story with you because I think it's so important as a content creator to like share in the moment if you can, or I've always said like podcasting and writing, and if something ever traumatic has ever happened to you, like share your story if you're strong enough. From the very beginning in 2017, when I launched my podcast, it was a show about business, LinkedIn, and life with an autoimmune disease, because that's what my life was about. Now I'm reinventing myself, and I'm talking more about health and wellness specifically for women over 40, but mindset and business is a huge part of my life. I'm a business owner, I'm a content creator, podcaster, author. I have coloring book lines, I have personal growth books. There's a lot that I do, and I love storytelling. I love sharing stories through filming content, through writing. Like I love like lifting other people up, whether it's their business or their brand or just themselves. Life's too short, you know? Like this is a 9-year run. That is such a waste of life, I feel like. Holding on to all of this trauma. Like I have lipedema, and I swear to God, I know for a fact I have it because there's chemo like in my system, and I was overdosed with chemo. I shouldn't even had it in the first place because I never actually had the diseases they told me I had. And now I'm still dealing with shit because I had chemo. It's in my system. And now it decided to turn into lipedema and lymphedema because I have lipedema so bad. My whole lymph system is like a mess. And then that caused the plantar fasciitis. It's like never ending. It's like you have to take a drug to take a drug. So I'm having something wrong with my body. And then because of that, something else happened. It's like a domino effect. It's like a downward spiral. I am so tired from my work staycation. Like I'm surprised I can even put sentences together today. But this was like top of mind, and I had to share this because I know how many people are searching for healing information. Just last night, I was trying to get my friend's son to listen to a sound bath. He wasn't having it, but let me tell you, sound healing, the frequencies is so beneficial if you are on a healing journey. I tell everybody all the time, go follow my friend Susie, the Copper Vessel on Instagram, and you will learn so much about sound healing. I've been doing a sound bath every night for the last 6 years. for when I sleep, and even in the morning and afternoon. And I'm definitely going to do one tonight when I'm in my own bed and just like decompress, because the last 4 days were like intense, to be honest with you. And then this just wrapped up like everything that needed to happen. I was like, wow, thanks universe. Like Gabby Bernstein didn't even touch that one. I love her, by the way. Also, shout out Gabby Bernstein. If you ever want to self-publish a book or just pitch publishing companies and learn how to write a book, you need to invest in her and her team. That's exactly how I wrote Everything is Messy, which, by the way, if you are trying to take your business and life to the next level that you truly deserve to be at, you need to grab a copy of Everything is Messy right now. I dropped the price. It's only $9.97. Only the ebook is available right now because I'm redoing the cover for the third freaking time, but you can read it in less than 2 hours, and you have delicious, healthy recipes. Like, it's literally a win-win. And I just want to let you know that you are not alone in this suffering if you are going through something traumatic and you're trying to heal, because the whole world is. And if you're strong enough to share your story, launch a podcast, start a Substack. I just put out an episode about how to launch, grow, and monetize a podcast. I'm so passionate about it because I've written, produced, and developed 31 podcasts in my career for myself as well as my clients over the last 9 years. So now I'm like, I just need to help more people. Like, I want to answer their questions. Like, just do it. Life is too short. And today just wrapped up so much that I had been thinking about. And I honestly feel like I needed that healing. Now, let me tell you, if I see a fucking hummingbird today, the deal is done, my friends. The deal is done. And it has to be a tiny hummingbird, like a baby. Like, you could see it in 2 seconds. It's like a bumblebee. Whenever I see a tiny little hummingbird, that means like transition, reinvention, moving on, healing. Like, that to me is what I need to see. So I'll keep you posted on that. But I just wanted to share like short and sweet episode of like what actually, I just realized I'm holding my phone so close. I'm probably actually screaming at you. What happened to me today and how I am rewiring my brain, thinking that it's okay to revisit your pain because I'm updating my story so that I can fix my nervous system so that I can make peace with my past. And I literally did all 3 things that were so traumatizing in literally an hour. How insane is that? Again, thank you, universe. So until next time, keep believing in yourself, keep moving forward, and remember, you are always one decision away from a completely different life. And if you want to learn more about me, visit kellyannecares.com. You can see my books, my podcast information, and my coaching programs that just got a huge update. And if you do want to learn how to launch, grow, or monetize a podcast, I'm doing a promo. As always, the links will be in my show notes, or you can just go to everythingismessy.com. All my links are there. And I hope that this information helped you. And if you have any questions, comment below. Bye.